Now I guess I'm going up there, and we're going to go mudlarking with Tideline Art, Nicola, at Rotherhithe. And this is her manor, and she knows the ropes around here. And hopefully we're going to find some good stuff and do some pipe extraction. Ha ha ha! The gate down onto the river. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, that's a nice spot. Eroded mud. That's where the action is, because lots of coins and bits and pieces would have got embedded in the mud over the years, and now it's eroding away. It's basically revealing it, tide after tide. Something new will be being revealed as the mud wears away. So I'm going to go there. Now that is Docklands, so-called, which is the downtown financial district. And this is the south side of the river, known as the south side of the river. And this is towards the east, so it's the south part of East London. Oh, there's the Millennium Falcon. It's going to be trying to wash me away, no doubt. But here's the stairs, and they're very slippery, and I have zero balance. So I go down them very carefully, because you wouldn't want to bang your head on these stairs or twist your ankle. And the fun starts now. Well, let's get to it before Nicola gets here and finds all the good stuff. So, because I know my American viewers like this, that's the square now, you see? How that's made square. That's probably, could even be copper. But there's no shortage of this kind of thing down here. In fact, it's everywhere. And where there's metal and copper, there's other things. I've loved this patch. It must have been done to death, I would have thought, because this is not particularly low tide yet, so every mudlark must look on this. But I can't resist doing it too. Look at these iron pins, look at them, everywhere. There have been some sort of jetty here, I guess, held together by these pins, and they are everywhere. And here comes Tideline Art.
Hello. I've got a bit of a cold, so I have to excuse my husky voice.
Oh dear, that's really not going to be good on the video. An English lady with a husky voice. Want to do some voiceover work while we're here?
Yeah, sure.
Welcome to Chill Bill's treasure hunting channel.
Welcome to Chill Bill's treasure hunt at Rotherhithe. This is a very interesting place, Rotherhithe. There's the Surrey Docks farm here, and on that site was a receiving station for the Metropolitan Asylum Board River Ambulance, which used to ferry people with smallpox and fevers down to isolation ships further down the Thames. And so, actually, whilst we're here, the Surrey Docks farm like it if people find bits of pottery that belong to the Metropolitan Asylum Board, they are creating a big display of all the history to do with the place. So if you find any stripy pottery, it probably belongs red or blue, I think it is.
Okay.
It might even have MAB on it. So yeah, a fascinating place, lots of history.
And Rotherhithe means the port of the cows. So this used to import beef here. That's what this area was for, according to the name. Hythe means basically port or dock, and Rother means cow, so it's cow dock. Must be 500 pins here, and you would have thought there would be something below them, but unfortunately there's a little bit of a mud layer over everything, which makes it difficult to see. Yeah, so this is high up and slippery and balancing, not my great skill set. Can't see any of your majestic pipes in here, but I think this will be really good for a metal detector, because there's bound to be coins caught in this mud. Loving this erosion.
First find of the day, so it's a nice specimen.
Late 1700s, I should think.
I'd say, yeah.
The 1780s. Nice pipe bowl, very nice. And I found a scythe. There you go, scythe that is.
Lovely.
What they were scything up here, I don't know. Probably not much.
The scythe at Rotherhithe.
The scythe at Rotherhithe.
So are you feeling lucky today, Clem?
I never feel lucky, but I feel eager.
You're feeling eager. Well, that's what I like to hear, an eager mudlark. I'm a firm believer in wellies. Wellies, there you are. So here's pipe bowl number 2. Can you spot it? Here it is. pipe stems here, and of course we don't know if there's a bowl at the end, but no, there isn't a bowl there. But there's so many stems that we're bound to find a few pipe bowls, I predict.
Well, you've already found a really nice one.
Yeah.
Don't think I'm going to find anything in here. Then I give it a scrape. Look at the size of those nails. Oh, a scissor. No, maybe not. So I'm really liking this, but it's probably been picked over 100 times, and there's probably no coins to be found unless something's flipped up from further down recently or washed out. But I'm still liking it. It's got the right configuration, but you know, if it has been picked over a lot, chances of finding anything are low. And we are high up, and the tide's got a long way to go out yet. And Nicola knows what she's doing. She's heading off to the good stuff, and I might follow her in a minute, but I'm going to focus on this little patch, which I've got a good feeling about, which means I'm going to find nothing at all. And I think this would make great metal detecting, because I think this is solid layered finds in here, and with the right metal detector you'd be able to winkle out little coins. But I didn't bring mine today, so there'll be no winkling. No winkling for this man. Now I just went, ooh, and I'll show you what I found. Now, it's not I'm going to take out. It's a lovely thing, but it's broken. But it's very interesting, and you're going to love it. Now, you can see there's pipe stems here. So this is where some light stuff is fetching up amongst the heavy ceramics, pots, glass. And look at that. Now, that is an onion bottom from a broken onion bottle from the 1700s, maybe earlier. Now, I don't collect that sort of stuff, sadly. Well, not sadly, really. I wouldn't mind a full one or two, and they're a few $100 if you've got a complete one. But there's a lovely old thing. Smashed to smithereens. But it's bound to be whole ones deep down here, but no one's going to be going digging for them, and they're liable to break them if they do.
Just found this very pretty little fragment of pottery with a bird.
Oh, look. Another onion bottle. Look at that chain. Looks like it's got an anchor on the end of it, maybe not. But meanwhile, back in bottle land, that's the bottom of another onion bottle from the 1600s. Now, it's still quite early on in the tide, so this is the heavily picked over and light stuff area. So not likely to find much, but still fascinating, just poking about and finding different artifacts, even though they're not on your list of things to take away. It's a fairly large cow rib, I should think, and Rotherhithe has bits of cow, and that's going to be a sheep's horn. This is very interesting. Is another onion bottom. Don't think I found so many in one place. And there's your top here, and that would be a top of a very old bottle. So you see that neck. This has been put on as a separate piece by the bottle maker, and it would be blown glass, which is why it was onion shaped, because it was balloon shape at the bottom, and then they would work the end, and then they would put an extra piece of glass around the neck for that part of a bottle. Very nice. When you come down here, you can have it. I must say, I'm liking onion bottles. I think I might start collecting those, you know, getting them at auction. They're not too expensive. They're lovely old things. I'm sure there's plenty of fakes out there, but they're really beautiful objects, handmade, very old, fragile, and it's very nice to see them down here. I don't think I've ever been in a place on a river where I found like 3 or 4 in one go like this, so that's rather nice. River always turns up surprises, which is what makes it so much fun. I could handle that. Useful looking patch. Lots of erosion, things popping out, bit of a chain, lots of iron pieces, but you can see they've been washed out. They're not moving because they're heavy, but the lighter stuff is eroding away. Now the good stuff, the really good stuff, if there is any, should be around the top of this erosion, because the heavier it is, the more it gets left behind. There's the bottle top. As you saw in my last video, you can get amazing quantities of nails. So lots of nails doesn't necessarily mean much. And there's a little bit of copper there. Let's go get that and see what that is. A little copper wire. It's a good sign. Ooh, I'm liking this spot. I've got an admirer. Hi there. Now this is looking even better. This is exactly the sort of thing that's going to capture items as they run down over that surface. But it's probably more likely to be high up. It could be anywhere really. So I'm going to have a quick focus on this spot and see if I can turn anything up. Oh, there's a hard drive magnet. It's off a hard drive. Modern artifacts. Now look at that hinge. Comes with a fairly large door. Yours for free.
So I've just seen this little button, the back of a button here. Here it is. I'm going to turn it over and see what's on the other side. It's got some writing on this side, probably where it was made. What's it got here? Ah, it's an anchor, and it's got RNH, so...
Well, the East End girls are pretty. Lots and lots of iron down here. It's really fascinating. Haven't found anything to put in my pocket, but it's fascinating to look down here. It's the first time for me in Rotherhithe. Very, very interesting location. The tide's still high, so all the good stuff comes later. So I'm going to head over towards Nicola there, that little dot on the distance, and see what she's found.
Well, as pipes, it's also a button day, and I've just seen this. Where's it gone? Here. Another button. And on the other side, it also has an anchor on it as well.
There's a wicker basket. Shouldn't think that's very old, but you never know. Shouldn't think that's anything, but it goes in the pocket. Normally it's the rule of gold. If you think it's gold, it isn't. If you know it's gold, it is. That's a copper rivet there. So this is an interesting spot. Bits of copper. Always put these things in my pocket because I think it's one thing. When I get it home, it'll be something else. And I'll go, oh, amazing. I found a Celtic nose ring, which I thought at the time was just a rivet or something. But I am pretty sure that that's an electrical bit, so I won't be picking that up. Ooh, what's that? Nope. Spark plug. And all the good stuff will be at the very low tide, where other mudlarks haven't been able to go for quite some time. Square nails to your heart's content. Oh, there we are. I hope I got that. 1p. So that's the name of the game. Scrape it and see if something pops up. Like we just saw 1p, not the rarest of coins, but you saw the technique live. Anyway, let's see if we can find something a little bit older. Wonder if that's a coin or a washer. Well, in the pocket it goes. See, these things are rivet heads, and there's lots of them, and they always look like coins. Oh, that's another one. Is that another one? What's that then? That's a button. So here you go, here's a hot patch. Nice little button. Well, you're going to concentrate on this bit. Hot patch! A little bit of copper there. Oh, there's another little bit of copper. Interesting bit of copper. Oh, is that a ring? That's something, isn't it? I think that's maybe a little ring. Oh, that's rather nice. Another find for the hot patch. Let's get going. Let's find more. Well, that's a something. No idea what. Might be a bit of old junk, but it's going in the pocket. So this is where the fun stops. Here. And you can see the transformer there. Lots of iron. Lots of iron. But then we go into mud. And this is another interesting looking patch. Oh yeah, and there's a copper widget right there. Copper wire there. Because that's what we're looking for. Places where copper fetches up. Is that a token? I don't know about that. That's coinish. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a coin. In a pocket, you never know. Let's see what we can find a little bit further down. There's just so much iron here. It's rather good. Now, people always ask me about metal detectors. And I go, no, forget about it. And they go, oh, mumble grumble. What do you mean don't bring a metal detector down here? Why not? Oh, why not? Well, there are places where you can metal detect, but a lot of places are like where I am now. And gentlemen, your metal detector ain't gonna find anything on this. Don't know what that be, but going in the pocket is interesting. Is there anything highly regular and not iron I'm interested in? There's a bit of copper. There's a copper pin of something. Oh, there's a button there. Oh, see? Look at that. It's a button. A lead button. There's a lead button. I was on the way to this piece here. Come on. Which is a bent coppery bit. So I'm liking this. Oh, all this bending down. I'm going to regret this tomorrow. And it's got a little design on it. Ah, oh, lovely. I would say it's a little old watch buckle. It's always fascinating when the tide goes out like this with the boat and you can see what's coming next. Back to my hottish spot. Well, now we're getting low. That's where we started from. Right up there by the shingle, and now it's down here, and I think we've probably got a fair deal more to go as well. Another onion bottle bottom, as they say. Ha! Let's have a little zoom. Yes please, yes please. And there's a broken one here with a maker's mark on the bottom. See, TS. And there's this chappy here, also with a maker's mark on. I never... oh, that wasn't so clever, was it? I didn't mean to do that. Oi! Oi. Not easy place to wash it off, really. So there we are. There you go. Love that. Here we are. A wash pot. Oi, here we go. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Gonna be getting some wash in a minute. Oh, that's not too bad, is it really? That's almost civilised. You can't be too safe on the river. Lots of spiky things, lots of places to twist your ankle, lots of mud to sink in. You've got to be careful. It's not super dangerous, but you've got to have your wits about you. You've got to not, you know, run around like a maniac. You've got to pick your way about. You really don't want to get your legs wet because of one of these boats. And another onion bottle. So many onion bottles down here. Oh, that might not be an onion, but it's still an early bottom base. Ha ha ha, look at that. Look at that. Well, if you like spikes, that is a hot patch. And look at that, on top there, that's a chain. And it's being eroded all around it, leaving it high and dry up there. Isn't that interesting? Oh well, that's river logic for you. Any old iron, any old iron, any old iron. Can't remember the rest of the words. Nicola's right out there on the margin, which is where it all happens. And there's a bowl. I won't be picking that up because it's busted. Someone else can have that. Well, this is starting to be interesting. I've had my hot patch and I found that nice little pipe bowl, and it's just really hopping over the mud for the last sort of half an hour. But I think I'm coming up to an interesting spot now. Some pipe stems, quite a lot of them. So we're going to see if we can find anything more. But anyway, it's always happy to be hopping over the mud. So over there you see some pipe stems in there. Funny blob thing. A whale brain. Again, more pipe. You see there's a broken bowl there. There's a pipe stem. Maybe not. Bone, actually. But there's a broken pipe bowl. And there's another pipe bowl here. And this is also broken. I'll leave the broken ones. I don't like them broken. Let's see what we can find around here. Well, it's nice to see on these mud flats occasional broken pipe stems. But I reckon if you had a detector, you'd be finding something. Maybe not. Maybe it's just mud for, you know, 6 inches, a foot, 2 foot down. But you never know what you're going to find. Hey.
Hi, so it's my day for pipes, it would seem. And hopefully this one will have a little more of a stem than the other ones I have found today. Let's see, lose this. Oh no, it hasn't really. But
it's a lovely bowl though.
It's a very nice bowl. It's got a maker's mark on the side, which is good. There's an L on that side. You see? L.
That's Lenny.
And, yeah, L. So that's nice. I shall keep
Nice pipe bowl. You're greedy, you are. You want them to have stems on them. I never find stems.
Well, there's plenty here. If you
well, with the bowls attached, I mean. Whole pipes, you know. You're the queen of the whole pipe. This is Jim, another famous mudlark. And he's found a little Roman pottery there. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let me have a look. Look at that, you see. Beautiful. If it's thin, it may be Roman, and that is definitely thin, and he knows it's Roman, so it's Roman. Wonderful. Where's the rest of it? A mile downstream. So that was Jimbo, the famous mudlark. It'll be a rivet, but we like the copper circular. But I wonder if there's anything else around here that's copper and round, and not with a hole in it. But that is a bowl. Maybe a bit of a bowl, maybe a whole bowl. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that's the whole bowl. It's the whole bowl. It's on the end of my stick. That was rather nice. And it's an oldish one, because it's small. You see it's kind of out at an angle rather than stood up. And that dates it as an older bowl. Padlock. How many padlocks have gone in this river? Countless padlocks. Now this is the magic hour, or magic half hour, and this is getting onto low tide, and this is where all the good stuff pops up, because it doesn't matter how many mudlarks are out here, if the river's up, they can't get that stuff, and at these super low tides, that's when the unhunted Thames pops up, so that's when you've really got to get busy. You got to go when the tide is low. Came across a dodgy bit of mud, managed not to get myself stuck, and down there's my reward. There you are. Don't know what that is. Rivet, probably. A nice pipe bowl. Look at that. Oh, it's got a stem on it. Well, look at that. Isn't that a tremendous? Got a pattern on it. Now that is probably Victorian. But that's tremendous. I think that's one of my best pipes ever. Oh, there's a little drawer handle, I should think. It's rather nice. I'll be leaving it there though. Look at the size of that pipe stem. Wow. Now I just saw a large piece of copper. Here you go. Some kind of rivet or other. Nice. No, I'm not going to save that. Almost. So this is low tide. I don't think it's going to go out much further. So this is where you hope to find the special thing. Really long stem, but that is a bowl. One with a pattern on it. Look at that, lovely. Lovely bowl. There you go. Nice little pattern. Early 1800s, I'd say. Lovely bowl, fantastic. Today's the day of bowls. Well, this really is mudlarking. I'm smothered in mud, but I don't care. I'm having a pipe bowl gasm. I'm running out of places to put them. Oh, I think this is going to be a good one. I just saw this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Amazing. 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 Oh, and what is that? Oh, that's a something. Oh, that's a silver thing. That's a silver gadget of a gadget. Oh, fantastic. Probably low tide, and it's going to chase me off any minute. Did you see that? Did you see that pipe and see that silver gadgety thing? Fantastic. So this is low tide. This is when you get the good stuff. Anyway, tide's coming in probably, so I'm going to try to make the most of the last few minutes. So there's another old one. That's an old one, but it's broken, so I'm leaving it for somebody else. Don't know what it is, but it's going in the pocket. And this could be another bowl, but probably not. Let's see. No. Well, I found many and wondrous pipes like you've been seeing, and found what looks like a silver Victorian gadget. I have no idea what it does, but it looks very silver to me, and it looks very old, and I can't find it in my pocket, so I probably lost it already.
Oh no. Can't build up our expectations like that.
I think it's a silver pencil.
Oh, that's nice. Look at that. Yeah. Very interesting.
Patterned.
Okay, well, all right then, let's make the most of the rest of the low,
yes,
and we'll see you later.
Yes. You're Blase, Queen of the Mud. Oh yeah, you can see the leg on it. You can see the stem.
Oh, do you know what? It's got something on it. Oh look, it's got a heart on it.
It's a love heart. Look, you see, it was worth digging up even if it didn't have a stem on it. Look at that. Oh, I wish I'd found that.
That is so pretty. I wonder what it's got on the other side. Bear with me while I...
Another heart, I would guess.
Off. No, it's not. It looks like a hand.
Oh, hand on heart, eh?
Hang on, let me just wipe it on here. Yeah, look at that. It's got a heart in a hand. Hand on heart, I tell you.
Oh, there we go.
There's a hand with a heart.
Oh, let me hold it still, and there's...
Got it? And there is a heart.
Amazing.
Oh, my find of the day.
The Queen of the Mud strikes again.
I'm very happy with that. Yesterday I found 2 lovebirds on a piece of pottery, and today I found a heart. It's love is in the air, love is in the air, spring is in the air, and love is in the air.
I gotta run. My wife's gonna kill me now. Tide is coming up now. It'll come up pretty quick. So in about an hour, it'll be halfway up there. I think this is time to go home.
Right, so I got some very nice finds today, which I'll now run through. My pipe bowl collection with the centrepiece. I have a Queen Victoria half-a-penny. I can't quite make out the date there.
Let me have a go. No, I can't make it out either. It's young head though. It's a young head Victoria, so it's going to be before 1880s. It's in decent nick, actually. Decent nick. 1860. Bleh. Viewers are probably seeing it better than we are.
I found this little piece of what looks like bone. A little bit of bone with some decoration on it. So perhaps it came from a
bone arrow.
Yeah, or hair decoration or something. I'm not sure. A little piece of a tiny purse, clasp, and I believe I did find a little bit of the pottery, which would have been from the crockery of the Metropolitan Asylum Board. I'll check when I go up to the farm there. And also a nice little bird here.
Blue where?
A little blue bird.
18th century.
Probably, and I think that's Westerwald, although I'm not certain, but something in me says it's Westerwald. A little pot.
No, I think that's very, very good. I think that's very, very interesting. In fact, I'm going to steal it.
Oh, well, you can have it.
I think that's very old. Yes,
that's a present.
This is mine, all mine.
Yeah.
This is the best. This is a really old thing, and I'm going to actually give it back to Nicola in a minute, because I couldn't possibly take it. Because when she gets it home, she'll go, "Blimey, that's a 15th century
Byzantine
nose spice vat." But that is really, I would say that is really old. That's a really old thing. You see how irregular it is. That's what gives it away. Yeah, I wonder what it is. It could be the top of a candle holder or something. But anyway, that is really old. That is really nice. That is 1700s or maybe even earlier. A Viking lip salve container. A Roman tic-tac holder. But that is old. Whatever it is, that is old. Well done, Nicola. That is a lovely piece.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your kind offer. I have to demur on the basis of finders keepers. These pipes are 1700s.
Yes, that's right.
These are all 1700s. That might be a little earlier.
Yes, that one probably is a little earlier.
That is going to be Victorian.
Yes,
that's when they get into decorations.
Yeah,
and this is going to be 1880s, I should think.
Yeah.
And I think there's something on the palm of that hand.
Yes, it's a heart.
Oh, it's a heart, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, whether that is some kind of
on heart
Catholic Sacred Heart or whether it's just a little bit of a funfair gift kind of token-y thing, I don't know.
Romantic pipe.
Romantic pipe, yes. Let's spend the rest of our life together coughing. So here we are. Back to my finds. And I've got a penny. This is my coin. It's a Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth the second, unfortunately. A penny. A thing. Don't know what it is. Another thing. Probably an iron bit, but old coinish. So I saved it for a good scrub. Washers of no description. Another coinesque lump. I want to believe it's probably a rivet head or something. Anyway, this is definitely a bouton. Whether it has the top missing or not, I don't know. But as it came out of that little hot spot where we found this, I don't know what that is. And this, I know what it is. It's a piece of junk. I know what it is. It's a piece of junk. But highlight. Well, the metal highlight is this. This is, I'm sure, out of a propelling pencil, a Victorian propelling pencil, and it says it's silver to me. It whispers in my ear and says it's silver, and that you are the finder of treasure. But whatever it is, I like that. That's kind of like the metal find of the day. But really, the highlight are these pipes, because I find bowls more down towards the centre of London. And I don't find ones with maker's marks like this. And these have got maker's marks on them. That one doesn't. That's what I normally find. Here you go. Here's a Victorian one with that leafy pattern on it. No hands and hearts, but a nice leafy pattern. And that is Victorian most likely. Now this one is rather lovely. little bit of the bowl missing, but mainly intact. Our stem's just fantastic. And look at this one. Now that is probably early 19th century, so 1820s, 30s. Could be Victorian, but what a beautiful bowl. All intact. You could smoke out of that if you so wanted to. You can tell it's modern because the hole down the middle is small, and that marks it as not so old. Now, this one is old. And it's old because it would have sat like this, not up like that. And that makes it 1700s, early 1700s, maybe a little earlier, because that was the style back then, to lie across like that. So all in all, that's a very fine set of pipe bowls. I can count to six lovely pipe bowls of 1700s. Where'd you go? This one, 1700s, 1800s, early 1800s, and also with these lovely patterns on them. And Nicola, of course, got one that's almost as good as mine, which is the to put her love heart away to save it from further trauma. I suppose that is the winner, isn't it, really? And do you notice how she sneered at it because it didn't have a stem on it? You see, her standards are so high. But then, look at that. A hand in heart and a love heart, and I don't know, there's no thistles.
It's
I don't
a
know.
gift from the Thames to me.
Old Master Timus, or whatever his name is. That's fantastic. So, very happy with this. Nicola's happy with hers. We've had a great adventure together. So don't forget to subscribe to Nicola. She needs more subscribers. Don't forget to subscribe to me because I need your affirmation. Otherwise, I'll be very sad. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to all our channels. There'll be more of this to come.